Hey, I'm Roland and I'm here at CES 2017 and this is the last video from the show floor. This is the Onkyo DP-CMX1. So this is the Japanese super high-end audio smartphone or audio player with smartphone capabilities, depending on what you want to call it, that has launched in Japan or has been announced in Japan a little while ago. They're finally showing it off here in CES 2017, so I'm taking a chance to take a first very quick and dirty hands-on look at it. And if you look at it closely, you'll see, yes, this is one massive brick of a device, but it is also catering to a very certain niche of customers. So they're taking this metal body that is actually really good looking for being this square and heavy, but it really feels super premium, and it has a bunch of very special features on here. So at first we have this 5-inch Full HD panel on the front that is running at 1920 by 1080 pixels resolution. It's an IPS screen, so viewing angles are very much decent. Color reproduction and contrast are also pretty good, I would say. Under the hood we have the Snapdragon 808 hexacore SoC that's running at up to 1.8 gigahertz, combining those 4 ARM Cortex-A53 cores with the 2 ARM Cortex-A72 cores that are for more taxing jobs that the CPU has to take care of. Also, we have an 8 megapixel front-facing camera right here, plus your earpiece and the typical sensor array for distance and brightness measurement or ambient light. On the side here, you'll see, there you go, there it says high resolution audio, so this is mainly made for audio files. Down here, this is pretty much a blank space, so yep, because they're using those on-screen buttons right here. It is running a very highly customized operating system, but I'll talk about that in a second. Apart from that, you get 3 gigs of RAM and 128 gigabytes of internal flash storage. There's also a micro SD card slot down on the right side where you can insert a memory card that goes up to 128 gigabytes. And taking a quick look around, I'm sweating a bit so the device gets a bit dirty right now. You'll have this jog dial up here that not only lets you navigate through lists, but also you can change the volume on the device. On the back you get a 16 megapixel camera right here, plus your dual LED flash. The whole thing is made out of a very heavy feeling and premium feeling black metal design. You have these big antenna bands up here to separate the different antennas for Wi-Fi and LTE. Going over to the right, you'll have this notification switch up here, so you can turn off notification when you are listening to music to just be by yourself and totally zone out. We have the power button up here. Down here are dedicated music controls, so you can skip songs and press play and pause. Down here is where your SIM card goes. This actually has 2 SIM card slots plus a micro SD card slot. Going further down to the bottom, you'll have your single speaker, but that speaker isn't really important. There's a micro USB port down here that charges the battery of a capacity that I actually know right now. And at the top, you'll have 2 audio jacks, 2 3.5, no, there's actually one 2.5 and one 3.5 millimeter headset jack, plus the noise cancelling mic, and there's also an infrared blaster to control Pioneer or Onkyo audio equipment with it. Going into the software, we'll look at the About Phone screen for a second. There it says Android 6.0.1, so it's still running Marshmallow on here, but it has the November security patch. But looking at the audio stuff right now, this is looking at the folders. Let me just quickly get some kind of music down here. MQA comparison, and let's play this. So you have a dedicated audio player that has its own equalizer, a bunch of audio controls on here. You can set different, you can individualize your audio settings. You can turn on and off the equalizer here, for example. Plus you get a selection of useful apps for audiophiles, in this case Spotify, Deezer, Tidal, plus all the other, there's an equalizer software in here, plus a control app to control Pioneer devices with it. So yeah, that's been just a very quick look. And before I forget, the most important part, this thing has 2 ESS Sabre ES9018K2M DACs in here, plus a bunch of amps that should make sure that there's an absolutely awesome audio experience on this device. It also supports 384 kilohertz 24-bit audio, so there should be no problem having a lot of fun with this device listening to music. There's one thing that you want to know that I can't actually tell you, which is the price. Its sister model, which is the dedicated audio player without the smartphone part, is available for $800 US. So this will at least cost $1,000 once it comes to the US. I don't know about launches in other countries, but we'll see about that later. So that's just been a very quick look at the Onkyo DP-CMX1 here at CES 2017.